15.
Buds, thanks for the resub with Prime. Sorry I miss you. 3 months for Buds. Thank you, thank you. All right, turn 1, Forest. For MTG banning, Phil and win.
I already have the scroll red.
Sylvain?
Crowbar, thanks for the follow. Welcome. And there it is, Veteran Explorer, as someone keeps rolling a die in the background.
Just tell them these are inks. Okay. Ryan? We also have some door prizes we're going to give out.
All right, so they're a fetch Bloodstained Mire, and take note of the technique, everybody. It was tapped before it was sacrificed. Something to keep in mind. If you want to be correct, you do that.
Do like a lyric video or
All right, turn 1 Mog Fanatic for Alexander. Not opting to blow up the Veteran Explorer. Yes, this is pre-modern micro-celebrity MTG banding. And MTG banding clarifying in the chat, of course. A Llanowar Wastes comes down. Very nice.
Let's see if this is Goblins or Sly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Is it Goblins or Sly? All right. An interesting attack here. Blocking with Veteran Explorer, of course. And now both players will search for 2 basics.
Premodern mindset.
Yeah, no combat on damage on the stack. So, are you...
I'm not sacking it.
Okay, so we'll search. Yep.
Okay, maybe some confusion there about how that works, but they will search for 2 lands each. Swamp and an Island for Phil, and Double Mountain, of course, for the Burn player. False Cure combo incoming. Yeah, maybe.
Or something else.
MTG banning has some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
Alright, this is final round.
Yeah, Premodern uses all current rules. Sulfuric Vortex, okay, that's a good one. And a fetch with Bloodstained Mire? Or not a fetch with Bloodstained Mire? Okay, a fetch with Bloodstained Mire. J8 Stocks is here, says damage on the stack, good old times, and then was banned by the moderators. We just don't want people like that here. Damage on the stack was a mistake, and everyone knows it.
Okay.
Grim Lavamancer, okay. End Step Factor Fiction for Phil. Let's see what we reveal. Cabal Therapy, Veteran Explorer, Pernicious Deed. Pernicious Deed is good. And City of Brass. Pernicious Deed is by far the most valuable card here, right?
Yep.
So there's 5 total rounds, right?
6 rounds.
6 total rounds?
It's just +1.
Oh, okay, so then that's it. There's no top 8 here. Okay, so 6 total rounds. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Like that? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. Deed in a land, or Explorer, Cabal Therapy, and a City of Brass. I think MTG banning is ready to throw the City of Brass right into the trash against Burn. Pernicious Deed seems the highest priority here. No? Okay, so the Veteran Explorer and Cabal Therapy go to hand. I was wrong. Pernicious Deed not prioritized, and City of Brass taken. Okay, I didn't expect that. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's not what I anticipated. Questionable plays all around. Okay, so skepticism about his own plays. All right, here's Veteran Explorer. Back again. Ball Therapy going onto the stack.
Name Ball Lightning. No way.
The hand is Mountain, Bloodstained Mire, Cursed Scroll. Ouch. All right, we're going to sack this Veteran Explorer most likely, I would assume, and get rid of Cursed Scroll.
Well, if you ever want to play, I can bring him in.
I'll flashback.
Okay.
So we can search.
You want to take your backpack off?
Yep.
Okay, we'll have a seat.
All right, so we have another Veteran Explorer trigger resolving here. Endy, thank you for the resub. 14 months for Endy with a bunch of emotes. Thank you, thank you. Yes, we're doing Premodern today. Legacy tomorrow.
I'll pass to you.
Including that guy. Right.
Tap. Take 2. Drop.
Play and
All right, so just a Grim Lavamancer and Sulfuric Vortex and an unknown card in hand are threats at this point for Alexander. I wonder what was drawn here. Okay, so it's a Jackal Pup. Another end step play.
Cunning Wish.
Cunning Wish.
Sure.
Oh.
so you pull that out and like, ah!
Yeah.
Any Terravores in the room? There were some Terravores in the room.
Yep.
You don't plug that.
Okay. Fact or Fiction is found.
16. Yeah. Thank you. I'll draw.
18 life, but it could be gone in a hurry against Burn. Let's see what MTG Banning has up next. Main phase casting and hard casting. Fact or Fiction here. Wow. I'm stumped by the name of the first card.
This is a
Next one is Something Dreams.
Sky Shroud. Okay, what does it do?
So it's a 2/2 beast, and if I control a forest, I can have an alternate casting cost of each other player gaining 5 life
Also, I don't really
instead
care
of paying the main cost.
what you give out.
And Nostalgic Dreams.
It's 2 mana, sorcery. As an additional, as additional cost, discard X cards, return X cards from your graveyard to your hand, and then exile Nostalgic Dreams.
Okay.
Exclamation point card and the card name brings them up in the chat thanks to MTG Bot. But that's Sky Shroud Cutter and Nostalgic Dreams, as MTG Banding explains. We're resolving a Fact or Fiction now. And Alex is sorting them out.
Okay.
Well, you also you do have to
Take that.
So you can stack your triggers so that they're beneficial.
I love it.
So Sky Shroud Cutter, City of Brass, and Llanowar Wastes versus Nostalgic Dreams in a Forest.
That's the best goblin, you know? Yeah, after trying to stack in Premodern, I'm like,
I can just put these in a stack.
I think goblins is and they have that new lord coming out, right?
Yeah.
So like that's like
All right, taking the Nostalgic Dreams in Basic Forest is Phil. And still in main phase here, there's City of Brass, which is a Yikes card against Burn. But it's hit the board.
I'll pass to you.
Unless you want to raffle off, right? To you.
Yeah.
Final round giveaway.
14.
End step, activating Grim Lavamancer makes sense. An extra 2 damage.
Let's just keep it. 2 film because this is mine now.
Appreciate you hosting it, man.
Put a comment?
All right, attacking with Lavamancer and Jackal Pup here. JH Stock is here back in the chat, been unbanned. Welcome back, JH Stock. All right, 3 damage to MTG banding. And then 2 more from Sulfuric Vortex. Oh, no, we're on end step right now. So tapping City of Brass and casting a Cunning Wish on end step.
No, 14. 14. It's tricky. I just need a count real quick.
It's not a rebroadcast. These are matches that nobody has yet seen.
Good.
Naturalize was found out of the sideboard rather by Cunning Wish. So Phil now has a way to potentially remove Sulfuric Vortex. We'll see how this goes. All right, casting it now. Could wait till the trigger goes on the stack for the burn player to take 2 damage from their own Sulfuric Vortex, I guess, but here's False Cure. Okay, so removing the Sulfuric Vortex, and here's False Cure, actually. I'll bring up the text on the screen.
So you'll gain 6, and then you would lose 12. Or the Skyshot Cutter is like each player gains, or each other.
Okay, so Sulfuric Vortex removal makes more sense now.
Yeah, lose 5 instead. Okay. Sure.
Cast Skyshot or Reverence Silence for its alternate casting cost.
Yep.
So if I control a forest, it's each player gains 6, or each other player gains 6, and then you lose 12. So you lose 6.
Yeah. Destroys all enchantments.
Yeah. So we'll do green, green. Cast Nostalgic Dreams, pitching 2 cards to target these 2.
6 and 4?
6 and 5, yeah.
6 and 5. We'll do it.
Alright.
Nice.
It's close. I got lucky. You got a shit ton of land.
All right, game 1 goes to MTG banding. Alex now on the play.
Yep.
There's a mountain.
Hey, love man.
It's funny because I don't know.
Go ahead.
I would too.
All right, turn 1, Grim Lavamancer for burn, and a turn 1 Forest for Nick Fit.
Yeah.
Now to pass.
Sorry, my fault.
Veteran Explorer. And passing the turn. Luis with a great question in the chat. What is the difference between Nick Fit and Rock? So the Rock is a mid-range deck with removaling creatures. Nick Fit is trying to take advantage of the card we see on the screen right now, Veteran Explorer. Playing a Veteran Explorer, sacrificing it, and getting up on mana to cast some higher mana value cards is the idea. So you'll see a lot of sacrifice effects in all the different formats that you can see Nick Fit. You'll see cards like Phyrexian Tower, Veteran Explorer, Cabal Therapy, stuff like that. All right, Ball Lightning attacking along with Grim Lavamancer. And we're going to see an attempt to trade with Grim Lavamancer with Veteran Explorer. So the Veteran Explorer will now trigger. All right, Ball Lightning got in for damage. Now Phil has a bunch of lands. Typically, I think the strategy against a deck like Nick Fit is to try to not allow them to sacrifice their Veteran Explorer, because they're going to do way better things with a lot of mana than you are. But Alex, in both games, just choosing for MTG banning to have their way.
That's why I was so disappointed with the last turn. I'll play Engineered Plague. It's good. It's good. I'll name Elemental, even though it is one turn too late. Yeah.
All right, Engineered Plague on Elemental comes down, which shuts off Ball Lightning for now.
I will activate it to gain and that will resolve. I'll go to 21. I think then I need to swords the you'll go to 22. And then you could block one of them, and I'll go back to 20.
It looked like a price of progress, right? All right, Ball Lightning comes into play and immediately dies. And then pass the turn. Okay. Maybe trying to reduce the number of cards in hand for Curse Scroll. Can't make out what's in Alex's hand.
Therapy.
Cabal Therapy going onto the stack.
Firebuster. Yeah.
Fire Blast in response.
I have to name something. I wouldn't have named that, so I'm gonna miss regardless. But I think I would have named. What would I have named?
If you reveal your hand, I'm naming cards in your hand. I'm sorry.
I'm just not gonna even try. That's fine. So you have a mountain and a Pyroblast.
Power Blast and a Barbarian Ring. Okay.
Huh.
Come on, MTG banning. We got to be ruthless out here. I would have looked them dead in the eye and said, name Power Blast.
I think I will just pass.
The hell with that.
What's up?
Can't get away with revealing your hand by accident, folks. All right, Tormod's Crypt comes down. Barbarian Ring comes down. All right, so maybe with the Barbarian Ring in hand, the Ball Lightning was trying to get one step closer to Threshold.
I'll pass to you.
Read, sacrifice a land, and I can destroy.
If that Power Blast wins Alex the game, I'm going to be upset. Grim Lavamancer comes down. Okay. Tormod's Crypt is on the battlefield. Pyroblast is in hand. Looks like MTG Banding has plenty of cards, but not a lot of action.
I have to leave this man up. As stupid as this looks. Good game. I had a disenchantment with the news and I was like, I have to sit on this. Because, like, your sky is just as much by enchantment. So I was like, I can't be too greedy about it. That was my mistake. I was just super greedy about it.
They Plague Spitter.
I never really
Plague Spitter comes down for Phil.
You know
It's when it comes into play or in the upkeep.
So during my upkeep, it deals 1 damage to every creature and every player. And if it goes to the graveyard, it deals 1 damage to every player and every creature.
Got
Flashback.
All right. Flashing back Cabal Therapy with priority here. Kill the Grim Lavamancer before it can do any damage. Get rid of the Pyroblast finally.
And I will pass to you. I have 6 in hand.
Drop.
Based on that, you know, it's all good at any time. And channel it, not factory. I mean, it's the diamond. It's the one that rewrites against the diamond. But no, I don't think
I'll pass to you. 7 in hand.
Pass.
My turn. I'll naturalize.
End step Naturalize on Tormod's Crypt, and of course will be activated in response.
Oh, you just
It does, right?
No, I don't think so.
No?
No, because I do it on the stack.
Okay.
It's and then it lands in the graveyard.
Okay. I'll go to my turn.
Yep.
The only reason I asked is because of the divide.
All right, that was resolved correctly. Naturalizes in the graveyard. Engineered Plague is on Elemental, trying to stop Ball Lightning.
I'll pass to you.
Drop.
Yeah, I was holding on to that.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm making a day of it. Probably 5. Yeah, predict. Oh, yeah.
Alright, got it.
It's alright. I'll stay on the, yeah.
C-Bar, thanks for the follow. Welcome. There are a lot of deck lists posted in our Discord server, if not all of them from this event, thanks to MTG Banding.
Yeah. So, were you
That's all right.
basically it would be like turn 2, no 7,
Alright.
Duress takes a red blast. Snot says, "Sup, Chris. Got to play my first Paper Legacy event in a long time yesterday. Was awesome. I was on Ruby Storm. Awesome. Good to hear." All right, there's a Mog Fanatic for Alex. Passes the turn. Seems like Phil is trapped with cards in hand that can't get cast just yet. False Cure goes onto the stack.
Send out. This Barbarian Ring is tricky.
No damage on the stack.
Send out Sky Shroud Cutter, so you lose 5. And then
Sky Shroud Cutter comes down.
Play the foothills.
Woodhead Foothills pass. 1 card in hand for Alex.
really 1.
Yes, they would lose 10, but they also gained 5. False Cure is worded in a strange way, Coca. Here's Cabal Therapy.
I'll name Pyroblast.
Yeah, because I had a ringleader all right, I'm just going for this.
Yes, it doesn't prevent the life gain.
Yep.
I guess because of abilities like Lifelink. Or is this Bobble getting activated?
Hand, random card in hand.
My first hand was really good.
So Sora, thanks for the follow. Thank you.
You can just choose one if you want.
I've seen like A-list maybe playing table.
Yeah, congratulations on it.
Yeah.
Then
I feel like it didn't have violin ever.
might as well play that. Pass.
Go ahead.
Drop.
Okay.
All right, I'll draw.
I never tried it.
You're live.
All right. This actually does not help because you can deal me 3 damage.
This is like almost exactly it was like it felt really good, but it just needed a second. Well, my land at the time was an island, but I needed a second.
Cool. 4.
Oh, right.
I'll flashback.
2-0?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay. I should attack, actually.
All right, going to combat, attacking with Sky Shroud Cutter. Before it looks like the plan is to sacrifice it to Flashback Cabal Therapy.
I don't know why I'll block.
Okay.
Do you want?
Yeah. Second min. We'll flash this back.
Yeah.
I will name.
Jump block and sacrifice Mog Fanatic. Flashing back Cabal Therapy.
First scroll.
Well,
All
I
right.
back the picture, but it's 4 mana, so I think this is the game.
Yes, Nostalgic Dreams and discard 2 cards. To
Any violations? Any violations to record?
Nostalgic Dreams. Discarding 2 forests. Return False Cure and Sky Shroud Cutter.
Game 1, I was trying to basically do nothing.
Yeah, if I can get
So,
pretty massive
no
land.
violations
Yeah.
there, right?
How was your Baltimore thing?
That was good. Yeah. Team events are not easy because they're so stressful, I guess.
I'll pass to
It was like
Okay.
then I'll like
Drop.
Wall lightning shut off by Engineered Plague, don't forget.
I held my own.
And a turn, I'll go to 3.
Yep.
Because it did come down to me like
I
2 or 3
don't
times.
All right, going down to 3, sacrificing Polluted Delta.
6 or 7 minutes left. I was the last man.
Blue.
Went into turns, I killed him on turn 5. It was just like
No plans
turn 3 cast and that's so
How does that work though? Like, are your teammates trying to walk you through plays, or are you just doing the thing and you're walking?
Well, in the case of Brian and
I love the
Alex,
right side of it.
they let me basically do whatever I wanted.
All right, it'll be a basic island. We're going to see a Factor Fiction here? Is that what's happening?
In my ear as well. So Alex is
I can't do anything against that.
Cunning Wish.
Cunning Wish. Okay, so Cunning Wish on end step.
Well, no, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, like at one point we both decided to red blast the counterbalance when it didn't even really matter. But it was also just it was like a gut check to see if counterbalance would let my final bolt for 3 damage resolve. And because of that,
What other format do you like?
we got blindsided by a blue elemental blast. Yeah, it was in the hand already. We were like,
Elemental blast, come on.
Sorry, just give me one
so
moment.
we were trying to check the top if it was
You get to do
0 or 2 potentially, and it was a 0. But then she let the
Let's see.
I'll go to my turn.
let the red blast kill the counterbalance. So like, okay, so let's go. So let's do it now.
I'll draw.
And lost it there. So
Yeah, this is really cool.
just gotta play head. It's like basically an all-in play.
I played against it and he's like, I see this in my first
Or no, you're trying to counter it.
It's
You can just bolt without blowing it down.
I guess so.
Well, because you're countering the counterbalance, or you trying to destroy the counterbalance?
I have like the
I was trying to destroy the counterbalance just to like open it up.
Factor Fiction going on the stack. Just want to take a quick moment to thank some of our new YouTube members, Ryan Pitt and Sean Deignan. Thank you for hitting the join button on our YouTube channel and becoming members. Appreciate it. If you're watching this later on YouTube, hit the join button below. Become a member.
Just went like, all right, bolt in response. He tries to force it.
Wall of Blossoms, Forest, Cabal Pit, Nostalgic Dreams, and Polluted Delta.
This is Cabal Pit. Deals 1 damage.
If I have Threshold, black to tap is -2/-2 creature. But it's like Barbarian.
Right, but it deals 1 damage
Yeah.
when you add the black.
It
Yeah,
does.
Okay, cool.
He must say,
then-
draw and gate learn round 1.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a mistake
I
though
don't know.
to make that.
Yeah.
I think it's just like they have it.
Yeah.
You haven't played Lamister?
No, I have. Play a swamp.
Oh, you did?
If anything, like
Okay.
you could just like wait for their step or something like that, so they clean off the top part.
Main phase Factor Fiction. Trying to figure out right now is Alex. The Engineered Plague is in play. The Wall of Blossoms and the Nostalgic Dreams are the cards that Phil is looking at here. No land is really relevant. Looks like Phil's going for the Wall of Blossoms pile with the 3 lands, and Wall of Blossoms immediately getting cast. Elemental is the type that's plagued.
And I'm watching.
Alright, I'm gonna go to discard.
So now I kind of just want to brew around Minsk and Boo. Let's see what can be done with that.
Alright.
Discarding. A couple of lands on end step, it looks like. Maybe just Polluted Delta. Passing the turn to Alex, who gets another Barbarian Ring. Is that game? That must be game.
False Cures in my hand that I couldn't get double black without killing myself.
Yeah, well, I heard you say something about black, but that was.
Phil putting 1 card on the bottom. Llanowar Wastes pass.
That's
Yeah.
Jackal Pup pass. All right, Mog Fanatic followed up by Urz's Bobble. Cheddar in the chat pointing out some painful mana. Yes, the Llanowar Wastes is going to deal some damage here to Phil. Not ideal. And looks like Alex is now drawing on Phil's upkeep.
You know, I'm gonna get beat.
There's Blue Delta.
It's the lack of planes.
Correct.
Sure.
Duress.
Duress. Revealing the hand, let's see. Double Incinerate, Ball Lightning, Sulfuric Vortex, Grim Lavamancer, and Lightning Bolt. Ouch. That's a lot of heat. Let's see what Phil takes here. Only one land in play for... Alright, so taking Sulfuric Vortex. This is a lot of damage. I think Lethal is already in hand for Alex. Just needs lands. Going to combat, attacking for 3. And casting Grim Lavamancer. Is it even worth it to cast Grim Lavamancer there? Just hold up Bolt instead? Well, I guess if... Yeah, I don't know.
So we were talking about...
I'm not much of a burn player.
Yeah. I said so many bad things
I
about
know.
Are you in the...
Alex needs land. So maybe the Lavamancer was correct. Attacking for 4. Phil now down to 10 already. No second land drop. It looks like. Casting another Lavamancer. Yeah, Deed would be really good right now. Let's see if Phil can rip one.
I'm not sure what I bring every day.
Take one.
Oh, there's Pernicious Deed. Wow. Oh my goodness. Is Phil about to steal this game?
But I just want to be able to
Or actually, wait. I don't want the Lava Man to activate. I'll pop it for once, so you can do only one.
Once you
All right, Mog Fanatic sacrifices in response to the Pernicious Deed activation, and all 4 creatures are gone.
Uh-oh.
All right, there's a second land drop.
It was fun while it lasted.
So now Phil is really in trouble. Bolt, Double Incinerate, and Ball Lightning are the cards in hand for Alex.
Yep.
So I was like sort of holding back because I
I'll pass to you.
Fetch.
Yep.
Get them out and incinerate you.
Yep.
See, I also like when people actually tap their best lands.
End step Incinerate. Another land here just ends the game, it looks like.
One more mountain and it's over.
Phyrexian Tower. Looks sad at the moment. What's up, Dream Trawler?
Scorpion. Just like, oh, I can stifle it.
Hello, Twiggy.
And then I read this card.
Ooh, there's the third land. Fist bump GG's. Not sure what you're talking about. I think Chris could take on a pile driver as the inventor of Goblins archetype. He knows their weakness. Yes, I did invent the Goblins archetype. Coastal Tower Pass. And here is a... Oh, I know what you're talking... I just realized what you're talking about, Phil. I forgot. Okay. Wooded Foothills into Mountain for Andrew. And we are underway.
Yeah, I had that issue.
Last year's Oh, I lose. Trust me. Wasn't sure what you're gonna do. Oh, great.
Goblin Lackey is on the board. Goblin Matron getting mana leaked. Attacking with Lackey. War Chief. Okay, that's pretty decent. Andrew taking a couple of points of damage from Ancient Tomb, but good start to the game, I would say. Now, these Standstill decks run plenty of removal. They also have a card called Shrinking Storm. It's a board wipe, 2 white and 2 generic mana, sorcery, destroy all creatures, they can't be regenerated. It's called Shrinking Storm.
From the Lackey.
All right, Lackey puts in another Lackey. Interesting.
Lackey's any goblin permanent.
Any, I don't know if there's other than creatures. A goblin card in your hand.
Yeah.
And maybe a goblin
I'm sure there's a way to make other things per goblin permanent if you really wanted to. But yeah.
Waste your white wizard.
Jordan overthinking it. All right, here's a Wasteland on Coastal Tower. That'll set Jordan back a bit from being able to cast Shrinking Storm.
Pick one. At the bottom.
All right, an Impulse puts a card in hand. And we're using the wrong Impulse here. We're shuffling after Impulse. That is not correct.
But yeah, it's just put at the bottom.
It's errata?
Yeah. Combat.
Okay, Jordan was not around in 1997. We're attacking with 4. Attacking for 4. Activating Mishra's Factory. Mishra's Factory getting Hearth Charmed. Ouch. El Nico Gonzalez, thanks for the follow. Welcome.
I'm gonna lose like.
Yes, don't shuffle when you impulse people.
Go ahead.
There is a Plains, 1 white mana away from being able to cast a Shrinking Storm potentially.
Just confirming the impulse. But you're gonna kill me, so that's easy.
Jordan down to 12.
Fanatic.
There's a Fanatic. 1 Mattis, thanks for the follow. Welcome.
Pay for life.
Mana leak on. Okay. So paying 4 life for our Mog Fanatic.
Swinging for 5.
Yep. I'm at 7.
Jordan now down to 7. Looks like Jordan drew a Standstill. That's not very good. All right, that's the scoop. Goblins gets game 1.
And then he had
No Shrinking Storms.
solitary confinement. I was like, oh, good game.
Yeah. 7. Get rid of 1. Okay, this is I like better. That's the bottom.
All right, 1 card going on the bottom for Jordan. Island Pass.
There's 2 wraps in the back.
Fanatic.
Yeah, I'm still gonna.
Snap Hydroblast on Mog Fanatic. Okay.
Plains back.
Plains Pass. Tapping to Goblin Pile Driver. That's a good one. Mana Leak. All right. Mishra's Factory. It's pretty good. I think I see a Source of Plowshares in hand for Jordan. Clues in Forest. Just reprinted into Dominar United. Here's Goblin War Chief. I think there's another Mana Leak. Yeah, take advantage. All right, some good control here in the first 3 turns from Standstill. Andrew with no creatures on the board. Mishra's Factory getting in for some damage. Okay, playing a little aggressively here. Tapping both the white and Mishra's Factory.
It's okay, I got my damage in.
I think we're going to see a waste of Mishra's Factory here. All right. 1 mana, Lackey.
Resolves.
So far, Jordan's getting lucky after that bold attack from the Mishra's Factory. A War Chief into Lackey into like Siege Gang would have been brutal. All right, so a Wasteland on the Factory. Still quite good. No Shrinking Storm anytime soon. Only 2 lands in play for Jordan and missed a land drop last turn. Passing the turn. This Lackey probably not getting through. Jordan has a Source of Plowshares. Now with the white mana open. Matron pretty good.
Hydroblast on Matron on this guy.
Hydroblast on Matron. That's pretty good. Lackey's not going to get in here. Lackey put into exile. Andrew should gain a life. I'm not sure if they hit the scorekeeper.
Like my land.
Factor.
All right, there's another Mishra's Factory. 1 mana away from Shrinking Storm, but no creatures on the table for Andrew currently. Wasteland. Pretty good. Tapping it for mana. Ringleader. Okay. All right, so Siege Gang and Mog Fanatic. Mog Fanatic comes down. Passing the turn. All right.
COP red.
Circle of Protection red. Ouch. So I think, I don't know what's in Andrew's hand, but I think last turn it might have been better to tap out, play the Ringleader, waste Mishra's Factory, and attack with Ringleader. Ringleader last turn could not attack because Mishra's Factory could block it and pump itself. Missed opportunity there maybe to get some damage in, but Mog Fanatic will get some damage in this turn. Oh, Factory was summoning sick? Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize it was played that turn, but yeah. That makes sense then. Ringleader should have attacked then. He's holding up Blast. Holding up Blast for what, though? What's so important to Blast here? I don't play much pre-modern. I'm just wondering. All right, here's the Siege Gang. Not holding up Blast this time. Blast the counter? I don't know. All right, wasting the Mishra's Factory now. I mean, I guess if you're going to play Ringleader, hold up a counter, that's fine, but I feel like the higher priority was to waste the Mishra's Factory. I don't really know, though. All right, we're attacking, and we have a Goblin King, so this is going to be a lot of damage. Only 2 lands in play for Jordan, so Shrinking Storm is at least 2 turns away. Yeah, Shrinking Storm is a good card in pre-modern. Looks like a keeping of 5 for Andrew. 2 cards going on the bottom. Starting off with a Lackey, Mog Fanatic, excuse me. Turn 1, Mog Fanatic.
What did Trans give us?
Fury and Ranger. Go ahead.
One. 19. Pass. One. Drop. There. One. Scope.
That's a good name. It's a good name.
One.
18.
Pass.
All right, no turn 2 for Andrew.
It's funny, you can actually cast the
Factory. Yep.
Mishra's Factory comes down for John. Carplusan Forest for Andrew.
War Chief. Yeah, the results.
War Chief comes down.
Yeah, it's actually it's area keep how many creatures.
Passing the turn, not willing to trade War Chief for Mishra's Factory. Looks like John drew another Mishra's Factory.
Another factory.
Plays it.
And a crack. 17.
Yeah.
All right. Planes. Let's see if we see Shrinking Storm here. Humility. Humility. That might even be worse.
Right, exactly.
15.
Humility is just brutal. Ouch. Feel sorry for Andrew here. That sucks. It's going to take a lot to win this game. Tapping Ancient Tomb. Here's a sad ringleader. And passing the turn. It's a really sad ringleader. 4 mana, 1/1. Flooded Strand for John, who now has 2 Mishra's Factories. Seems like a full hand. Exactly, a 4 mana Mon's Goblin Raiders, exactly.
Plan Island. And I'll pass.
Okay.
The ringleader with no factory.
Another sad, pathetic ringleader. It's possible Andrew has main deck naturalized. There is a Carplusan Forest on the battlefield. There's Dust Bowl, though, for John.
Sharpshooter cat.
Sharpshooter comes down.
That I'm going to. I'll pay 4 and prohibit it.
Prohibit countering Sharpshooter.
I will.
I don't know many.
I'll pass.
Yeah, Shrinking Storm would just be brutal here. At this point, John is just playing with Andrew. Andrew has almost no chance of winning this game, in my opinion. Unless there are naturalizers in the main deck. But I don't even know if that would resolve. Here's Siege Gang Commander, another sad 5 mana 1/1. Looks really sad. Fetching with Flooded Strand is John, finding a basic island.
14.
It's really funky.
Cycle Decree. Pay 4.
Cycling Decree and paying 4, so 4 soldiers are coming out. Let's see what the token situation is here. Wow. All right, there are some legit tokens. Those are legit.
Yeah. I'm trying to make it.
I will.
That's some Wednesday promoted.
Fact report.
Attacking with the soldiers. Andrew says no blocks, takes 4. Passing the turn.
Well, hit is your resolve. This is still on the stack.
Back-to-back wastelands for Andrew, if they're available, could put Andrew at least a little bit in this game, but now an impulse for John. Looks like another Mishra's Factory was available, but he grabs a standstill, it looks like. Or maybe that was a fact or fiction. So here's fact or fiction resolving. Looks like Corehaven Island, Counterspell, Plains, Replenish. I don't think there are any enchantments in the graveyard currently.
Spicy black swarm.
Yeah.
The old lands
I'll take this pile.
It was honestly my yeah, this is a weird pile.
I'll cast Enlightened Tutor.
Oh my goodness, just going off on NSEP here. Enlightened Tutor on NSEP. Let's see what John finds. Parallax Tides, is it called?
I'll draw.
should be tapped.
I'll play an island.
Second main phase, I will replay. And I will pass.
With the Replenish available, it doesn't seem like Naturalize is even that amazing right now anyway. There's Seal of Cleansing, Parallax Tides, and that gets a scoop from Andrew. All right, so John is up a game.
Yeah.
Turkish stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like the basic choices.
What about my secret lair, Bob Ross? Basic window.
All right, a Wooded Foothills sacked for a basic mountain here, and let's see what the turn one is. It's a lackey for Andrew. That's a good start. Outer Car Waste, swords, remove the lackey.
Braids. Oh yeah, every time everyone's like, why? Just why? I have the Patriot solution.
Raf, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Here's a Mog Fanatic and a Wasteland. Okay. What do you think about Wasteland there, chat? I'm a Goblins player, and I'm wondering what everybody thinks. Would you waste there, or do you just develop your mana and hold Wasteland for Mishra's Factories and other messed up lands? Here's another lackey for Andrew. There is a Mishra's Factory.
And I have to explain it.
Did you explain
Love
like
Fanatic.
It's not lackey, but yeah.
outside region?
Who's combat?
Yep.
I try to like start conversations with new
Correct.
people.
All right, attacking with Mog Fanatic and lackey now. Seems like no blocks from John. Lackey trigger happening here.
Real shame.
It'll be a siege gang. That's a good one.
Yep.
John is at least 2 lands away from Shrinking Storm.
Impulse.
Impulse on end step.
see a lot of impulses.
Yeah, we're in business.
I'm looking forward to trying it out in Arena.
I really like that.
There's a new one too that has cool art that is like.
Yeah, the second Fnatic was quite good there. That lackey was getting in regardless, it seems. John knew that.
Yeah, good too.
All right, a concession, and we're going to game 3. All right, El Tassi in the chat cheering for John, saying the deck is beautiful. The deck is nice. We've had a few comments like that in the chat. All right, one card, it looks like one on the bottom for John. Coastal Tower pass.
But then if you're playing confessions, you're still going to play.
Yeah, it is.
Lanny says Goblins are always the good guys. I agree. Standstill for John.
Nothing new. Just it grows your features die, so it's like.
Yes, the new sticker Goblin is not legal in Premodern, unfortunately. All right, Goblin Matron resolving here. Standstill cracked. And now Matron Trigger will resolve. It seems like Twitch chat is rooting mostly for Goblins, except for El Tazi. Goblin Lackey comes into hand for Andrew, it looks like. But maybe still searching?
Come on, Trent. I'll pass.
Wow. You know, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Well, he's down to only like 12 or 13 right?
What decks in Premodern is everyone playing currently if you're watching live or on YouTube? I'm curious to know. Wasteland on the Coastal Tower. Okay. Attacking with the Matron.
Like, it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think this lackey is going to resolve. Getting a basic island is John. Maybe a counterspell, maybe a mana leak. Once again, about at least 2 lands away from Shrinking Storm. We haven't seen a Shrinking Storm resolve yet on today's stream. All right, there's a Flooded Strand.
Cards in hand. 6.
It's wild how, like, it's so weird how just this isn't going to be a card sometimes. Yeah. Like, for a while, it's like, oh, Peter's trash. I'm not play it.
War Chief. 16.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
There's a War Chief.
5.
1, 2, still at end step.
1 colorless floating.
I'm on
Yeah,
5,
resolve.
right?
It's combat. Sure. Great. I'm going to impulse. Yep.
Impulse before blocks. Doesn't look like there was a removal spell in there, but I'm not sure.
Done? Yep. 14.
End step fetch here for John. Find the planes.
then I'll play a Humility.
You got it.
13. Your turn.
All right, humility comes down once again. That is a real pain in the butt.
Press
All right, pass. So they cost you 2 more, and I can sacrifice it to blow it up.
Cradle.
That is an Audakar Wastes for John. Goblin King comes down. No abilities. This is Mistress Factory. It's really good.
Play Dust.
I'll pass.
That'll put most of the attacks on hold unless Andrew has a Wasteland. Fetching Wooded Foothills. Even if there is a naturalize here, I don't think it's going to resolve. All right, finding a basic mountain. I'm pretty sure there are green cards in Andrew's deck. We don't even know what they would be if they existed, though. We haven't seen them yet.
Yep.
Yeah, not bluffing with the forest. Sad ringleader. Paying 2 life. With the ancient tomb.
End of turn.
Yeah, maybe the forest is already in hand. I feel like you have to sideboard in naturalize in this matchup, right? It blows up Mishra's Factories. It blows up Humility. It would be incorrect to leave it in the sideboard, right? Am I right on that?
Sure.
We saw Humility in game 1.
One card.
Maybe saving it for Parallax Tide.
Sure. A good 8.
No blocks. Goes to 8. End step Impulse. Yeah, Wasteland would help a lot. I just saw a Shrinking Storm go into John's hand there from... All right. Not sure if it went into the actual hand, but it was in John's hand from the Impulse. Let's see if there's an untap and a board wipe here. There it is. Shrinking Storm. Shrinking Storm, everybody. Destroy all creatures and they can't be regenerated. Wow.
Oh, okay.
Well, sure, Barter and Blood is tempting. Probably not a good idea.
Sharpshooter on the stack. Yeah, pre-modern staple Shrinking Storm is a real good one. There's the basic forest. Okay, so maybe things are coming together. I don't think a naturalize would ever resolve, though. Unfortunate.
Cards. 4.
Oh.
Yeah, it needs a Crozen Grip. It's a shame, really, that we don't have Time Spiral block in pre-modern.
Oh, first we get to the tower. Then the
People want to go back in time, but not put the time set in the format. Come on, people. Factor Fiction on the stack. Counterspell, Island, Standstill, Impulse, Blue Elemental Blast. I don't even know how you divide this. I don't envy Andrew's position right now.
I'll activate Dust Bowl.
Nice blast.
Your Dust Bowl.
Thank you.
Sacrificing Ace.
Nice blast, says Andrew. Not sure if that was an angry comment or a... Yeah, nice blast. So this came up at the shop last night. When I was playing at the shop last night. When you get paired down, do you treat your opponent badly? Your opponent has a lesser record than you. Do you treat them badly?
Still in step.
You sacrifice the
Swords your guy.
Source to Plowshares on the Sharpshooter on end step.
Island. And Standstill.
Standstill comes down. Shrinking Storm has been the MVP so far. Humility, the second MVP.
I will.
Yes.
Enemy Bell Factories and attack.
Attempt to blow up one.
All right, Hearth Charm, Cracked Standstill. Looks like Powder Keg, Outer Core Waste, and Enlightened Tutor were just drawn there. One of the Mistress Factory dies. Andrew takes 2.
Darker Wastes. And I've got 7 cards. I'll pass.
When you get paired up at a tournament with someone with a better record than you, are you gracious and respectful? Impulse hitting the stack.
I'll take this card. Untap. Draw. The factory. We'll animate the original factory. Attack.
Yep.
Pump. 9. I'll then play a powder keg. That.
Powder Keg comes down. I'm sure Andrew's thrilled about that. There has to be like a foreign language signed humility or something, right, in existence?
5. And I will pass the turn.
Coming in. 8, 9, 10.
Go ahead. 10.
Go ahead.
End step.
End step, Enlightened Tutor. Finding a Standstill.
Untap. Draw the Standstill. Enemy then attack.
One card.
Sure.
A little bit of a sigh there from John as the game just goes longer. Hearth Charm blows up one of the factories, and here's a Standstill.
But yeah, that's
Naturalize on Humility on the stack in response to Standstill. Counterspell.
Standstill's good. Your turn.
Looks like a Replenish, a Shrinking Storm, and a Source to Plowshares are in hand for John. Might be 2 Shrinking Storms, actually. Wasteland hits the Mistress Factory.
And I figured that even if I could do it, survival was going to be a mistake.
Yeah.
Twitch chat wants Andrew to suffer even more, it seems.
Ryan got a great.
Twitch chat taking pleasure in Andrew's suffering at the moment.
oh my god.
Yeah, exactly.
Your turn. 6.
It's just the kind of people this channel attracts.
Got them a while ago.
Your ability.
Good, how about yourself?
I have one city of
John with plenty of cards in hand, a Mock Fanatic still on the stack. We're going to see it get countered here. Nope, Impulse in response. Looks like a Circle of Protection red just went to hand. Am I right on that?
Got it. 2-1.
It is true, though, that if John runs out of threats in their deck, Andrew could win with John milling themselves.
Okay, I'll pay 4 to
It's possible.
with kicker.
Here's Prohibit with Kicker, countering Goblin Ringleader.
Clean.
I think we're going to hit the Decree of Justice inevitably, though, and the game will just end. Circle Protection red. I was right.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we think it's too
Tennis card? Yep. Flash trade?
I think I'm regular
One coming at you.
All right, Circle Protection red prevents the damage from Mog Fanatic. Here's the Siege Gang. Looking sad.
I'll pass.
Frantic, thanks for the follow. Welcome.
Well, it's just that and then
You can't keep up.
Combat.
there's all the stats.
I'm preventing.
You pay 4
So like last night at like 9 p.m.
that's quite a
Looks like there are other goblins in hand. Kaploozan Forest, pass. Plains for John, pass. There is a powder keg. 1 counter on it.
Sure.
Skirt Prospector.
survivalist list.
Prevent.
People get cards
Magic?
that
Yeah.
only have main deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, those Hearth Charms kept John from winning the game.
It's very different. It's very different. I haven't played it much, honestly. But then I feel like powerful.
Yeah, I mean, like certain
Okay,
cards
Brad.
like Game 3 where you just like went off and it's like, it's very.
All right, so a Shrinking Storm blows up the board once again. Andrew passes the turn. Fairy Conclave pass. All right, Fairy Conclave will be able to get in some attacks. Wasteland blows it up, though. Okay.
I had something, but I shouldn't have.
I really want to build. I was talking to JP.
No, I.
Solar deck. I really
I'm
want
just
to
like a
build
mana
a
short.
deck that's like
Did I not play?
Goblin Lackey comes down. Another Goblin Lackey. Passing the turn. Going down to 6 now after the fetch is John. John only has maybe 15 cards left in the library, maybe less.
Yeah, unseal, respond to that spectral on Standstill. And then I'll go to block that.
John seems a bit exhausted by this game. Yeah, if Decree is the last card, this game could go to Andrew. I see a Shrinking Storm has been pulled to the front.
Yeah, I like the powder kegs. I brought in a
I think we
nose
have one middle
and
that we're
powder kegs, and I
debating.
think like.
Maybe we'll.
Oh,
Is Andrew next leveling all of us right now and going to win this game? All right, there's a Shrinking Storm. The lackeys are gone.
We're expecting twins.
Yeah, I think I was supposed to take this.
It's a good one.
Prohibit counters the Matron.
I brought in a king.
If so, if you get protected,
That does sound great, though. We're expecting identical.
Tranquil Domain?
Tranquil Domain. Oh, man. Counterspell, of course, but that's a good one. Wow. Wow. All right, we got some booze coming in for the counterspell there. Yeah, I'm pretty upset about that one. That would have been sick. All right, here's Decree of Justice. All right, that gets the scoop.
Finally. It took so long to find one. I'm like, I know there are two in here.
I was like, am I gonna deck him? No, I'm not gonna deck him.
All right, Andrew tried to deck him and it didn't work, but it was a damn good try, and the Tranquil Domain was sick. Island Pass for John. Flooded Strand cracked here for Lanny. If you like pre-modern and would like for me to be able to make time for more pre-modern streams, the best way you can do that is to join our coffee page, similar to Patreon. Sharing that link in the live chat. If you're watching this later, link is down below. Join there, become a member. Also join the Discord. All right. Important resolving here for Lanny.
Come in for one? Sure.
All right, the delayed ponder happens.
Then a Darker Weed and the Standstill. Sure.
Standstill gets dazed. All right, that's a good start. Fetching and a sleight of hand hits the stack here for Lanny. Basic Island. Yeah, those delayed draw on the next upkeep cards suck. Not a fan. Urz's Bobble, Mishra's Bobble, Portent. I hate them all. I can't stand them. I can't stand those cards.
For the combat?
You got it.
The only one that kind of makes sense is Arcane Denial.
Yeah.
Island Pass for Lanny. Here's Core Haven for John. End step Ice.
I'll respond.
All right, an impulse in response to the Ice.
Yeah.
Let's sort of green. Let's scroll. Sure.
I have 4 cards.
Right there? Sure. Merlin ones. Go ahead.
Okay.
Activate a mission strike. Go to combat.
Sure.
Opt.
You got it.
Leave it on top. Draw.
Target him.
Sure.
And a Portent for Lanny.
You got it.
4 damage. I'll pump this one. Pump this one.
Oh. Yeah.
Pass.
I have a factory now. End step impulse, take 1, 19.
All right, the jumbo die takes down an impulse on end step.
Turn.
Yep.
Tap. Draw.
Sorry about the coughing in the background. There's a drawn card on upkeep remembered there by Lanny. Seal of Cleansing. Ticking down the die one more time. City of Brass. And Korean Dryad taking a damage. Let's see if that resolves.
I'll prohibit.
Will not, maybe. Prohibit in response. Daze. All right. Korean Dryad hits.
Sure. Yep.
Yes, Portent can target your opponent.
Alright, I'm gonna perform a series of actions in which I hold a card.
You got it.
Try.
Flooded Strand.
Flooded Strand for John. We know Lanny has another island.
Well, as long as I have counters on it, I can do it. So if you seal cleansing,
Right,
I can do it in response against
yeah.
Sleight of hand. Korean Dryad gets a counter. Top, bottom. Okay.
But at 11. And this resolves.
I'll pass the turn.
End of turn. Let's.
Counterspell. Take one.
Counterspell on the meddling mage, taking 1. Korean Dryad does get another counter though. Attacking for 3 now. Fetching with Flooded Strand.
Get a plane. I'll Warhaven him.
Lands aren't sticking around, are they? You have no blockers that I can see.
No blockers that you can see or I can see, actually. I'll give you insight into my mind. I'll give you some information.
Corehaven activated there. Kind of an expensive Mazavith type effect.
Pass turn.
Yes.
Yeah, when you're in the
No response. I'll sword your Korean Ranger with the trigger on the stack.
All right, floating 2 blue and a gush. Source to Plowshares on the Dryad in response. With the trigger on the stack. Counterspell.
I'll do that again. Trigger.
Another Dryad trigger with the counterspell. Counterspell.
Parallax Wave.
Cards. 2.
MTG PhD, thank you for the resub. 13 months for PhD. What's up, PhD? All right, here is a foil. Discarding 2 cards, and the gush will resolve. Korean Dryad ends up a 6/6, it looks like. Looks like an island and a box diamond were discarded, if I'm not mistaken. Opt happens now.
I'll do this. 5 cards.
Combat. Yep. Take it. 8.
Back up to 7.
Pass. The Conclave.
It looks like there's a Shrinking Storm in hand for John. Corehaven is available, don't forget.
I will try.
Fuck this rat. Take 1. 7.
Shrinking Storm goes on the stack. And it'll resolve. Korean Dryad is gone.
This trigger on this one?
Fortune tokening me? Sure.
Portent Shuffle for Lanny.
Yes.
You got it.
All right, the card was drawn off the Portent correctly. No creatures on the board now for Lanny. Activating the Conclave and attacking for 2, getting in there. Lanny down to 14.
It's an enchant when it goes to the battlefield.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
Cracking Flooded Strand. It's an island. Psychatog's a good one. I think the last card in hand for John is a Seal of Cleansing. There is still Corehaven.
The file.
Tapping to Impulse. I believe this is main phase.
No, it matters.
Likely looking for a way to remove Psychatog.
Activates Vicious Factory away. Very complicated for blue and colorless.
You start your flow.
And I'll pass.
Yeah, you also.
All right, passing the turn. Untapping with the Psychatog now is Lanny.
Mr. Wayne.
I'll resell this.
Sure. I'll prevent.
Corehaven activated, turns off the Psychatog. Gush. Resolves, Lanny draws 2. Quite a game on. Alright, a Mox Diamond discarded a hand size, it looks like.
Another 2.
Oh, waste the darker waste.
Ice targeting Corehaven.
Do I even get the chance?
End step Ice on Corehaven.
Yeah, you can fade your own. Sure. Yeah, and it's just us. Yeah, you got
And then I'll take this to 0 all the way.
Okay.
So this will come back to
You got it. You got it.
Counterspell on the Ice.
Is this the one? Oh yeah, you can try and find it. That's pretty.
all of them.
Yeah.
Foil.
Foil, discarding, looks like Winter Orb and Island? Is that right? Paying a life now and Factor Fiction in response from John. Swords to Plowshares is a good one. Lanny pulls it off to the side. All the rest of the cards end up in the bin. Swords to Plowshares is cast now on Psychatog. Days. Oh, man. Wow. Legacy Council, thank you for the host. Welcome, everybody. We are watching Premodern today from an event here in New York City. Thank you, Legacy Council. Island Pass.
Yep.
Oh, yep.
All right, Portent Resolve there.
Pass.
Alright, good luck, man.
You too.
Sure.
Sleight of hand resolving here for Lanny.
Portent targeting me.
Yep.
Yes, Legacy Council talking about Premodern. And then here we are.
Okay. Damage. I need a silver and you are
Weird. Just not fire.
Pass. Yep. Very hard.
Loose on the table.
Play planes. No pass.
All right, Plains pass. Mox Diamond comes down for Lanny, discarding Island.
Kind of spot.
All right, Meddling Mage is countered.
Whatever way, so pass.
Parts.
5.
Yeah, I'll keep these
yeah. Your second one.
Korean Dryad looks like it's resolving here.
End step, all sorts of.
End step Swords on the Dryad. Opt in response. And Swords resolves. Should put Lanny up to 22. Yep.
Your turn.
Portent targeting me.
Sure.
Yep, I'll go.
Portent.
Trying to make fetch happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, so watch that recently.
Cards. 4.
4 cards in hand for John.
Library.
Pass. Darker Wastes. Pass.
Oh, sorry. I missed my portent. Do you mind? Or?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. Portent trigger was missed. John forgives it.
Pass.
Cycle.
Sure.
I'll pass.
Meddling Mage comes down.
Sure.
Swords and Plowshares.
Sure.
Swords to Plowshares resolves and names Swords to Plowshares. I mean, Meddling Mage resolves and his name's Swords to Plowshares. gush now.
I'll respond.
Looks like there's a Fact or Fiction pulled to the front for John, and it's getting cast.
Actually,
Turning Fact or Fiction.
sure.
Red Blast on the Fact or Fiction is pretty good. Lanny gets to draw 2.
Still one floating, but yeah, pass on.
Yep. Oh, enter. Play it on. Take 1, and I'll cast Wrath of God. 19.
Shrinking Storm hits. Meddling Mage sent to the graveyard. Back to Lanny. Plays a basic island. Yes, Shrinking Storm hype, exactly.
Sure.
Psychatog coming down for Lanny, holding up 2 blue.
End step.
3.
Yeah, I'll play Enlightened Tutor.
End step, Enlightened Tutor.
It's a combo with Silver Lever.
End of turn.
Here's Standstill.
Alright, it'll be a standstill. Psychatog needs to be removed from the board.
Untap 2.
I think there is another Shrinking Storm in hand.
I'll drop.
Drawing the standstill. Fetching now is John. Planes.
They never noticed. I had this impulse
Shrinking Storm on the stack. Trying to remove this Psychatog. There's a counterspell. And a second Shrinking Storm. Daze! Ouch! Oh. Oh man, that hurts.
Cards. 1.
I don't think it's 18.
I'm at 16. Yeah.
Oh, you're at 16, right? You took 2 from that. 5, 6.
I was gonna flashback therapy to try to get to
6, 5, 6, 9. 9 plus 6 plus 1 is exactly 16 damage, so you have 1 card in hand?
Yep.
I'll attack and just check them out again, but I'm pretty good at all. So I have 6 cards in hand. I have 12 cards in graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 6 activations here, 6 activations here, plus another 3, plus 1.
You got it.
I will crack
All right. Lanny gets it. There's the fist bump. Lanny gets it.
Keep this. And.
All right, a 1 card, 1 on the bottom. Very nice.
Fairy.
Fairy Conclave pass. Mountain Mog Fanatic. Okay. Got some iced tea. Not sponsored. Attack with Mog Fanatic. And there's Grim Lavamancer. Okay.
I'm going down a card anyway. I guess I just don't give you the choice. Probably.
Counter spell.
Like,
Fetch 19. Yep.
I will play a Mistress Factory and pass.
Wait on a map.
Grim, select.
And pass.
Planes, pass one. Feel for the Lavamancer. Exile 2 cards, deal 2 damage to any target.
Yep, 2 cards from my graveyard.
Yep. So Grim Lavamancer is on the board regardless. Another white mana and Shrinking Storm could be online for Jordan, which could be quite good here.
Yeah.
We'll have to see if Fairy Conclave is held off because of Mog Fanatic. And for how long?
I thought you were Goblins.
Grim Lavamancer, of course, could shoot it as well.
I will activate my Mistress Factory.
Jordan probably not down to lose lands here.
I'll go combat.
Attacking with both, okay.
2 damage, I'm at 17.
Alright, going to 17. Makes sense. Cracking Wooded Foothills.
Mistress Factory. 4 damage, I'll try and pass.
I played the first round. Against Phil.
How'd I go?
I got there. But,
Rest 2.
yeah. It was tight though, it was fun. Vortex?
Sulfuric Vortex getting absorbed. Absorb's a good one against Burn. Gain 3 life. Let's see if Shrinking Storm makes an appearance. Adakar Waste look like the draw. Flooded Strand played and pass. Okay.
Play a Seal Plunger. Crack it on D. Activate a Factory.
Barbarian Ring comes down.
Sack it, 2 damage, target your player. Sounds good. Thank you.
Shotgun alarm.
Stack it for 1 red. Okay. I'm at 18.
Ooh, Ball Lightning.
Response to that is going to be an impulse.
Impulse in response to Ball Lightning. Looks like a Prohibit was drawn. Decree of Justice and 2 lands.
Discard.
Looks like the Prohibit's put in hand.
Crack the Flooded Strand.
And cracking Flooded Strand now. There'll be a Plains.
You can proceed to the turn. I'm gonna pay. Play Swords of Plowshares, save 6 life. Yep. So you're up to 24. I will go down to 18. Yep.
Alright, Source of Plowshare is on Ball Lightning. Take a damage from Mog Fanatic.
Oh. So if I would gain life, I lose it instead or something?
Island.
It's not a replacement effect, it's a trigger. So basically, it's a
Trigger the Lavamancer.
Yep.
whenever a player gains life,
Hit you with Lavamancer on end step.
so you gain 5.
I would lose 10 after I gain life. Okay.
Then that would be
Okay. Sure. Alright.
What's the hardest in your table at the beginning of your turn? You made this harder or then draw. So I guess
Go to combat. Swing for both.
14.
Alright, attacking for 2. Fairy Conclave still on standby. Here's Curse Scroll. Prohibit.
Hard. Pass. One card. One card.
Will just
Twitch chat pointing out there may have been a pay life missed from using Barbarian Ring for mana. Not sure if players are keeping track on a pad off camera as well. Sometimes they just don't update the phone.
Okay, pop.
There's a Jackal Pup. Doesn't look like they are though.
Colorless. Blue. Impulse.
And an Impulse for Jordan. Needs a Shrinking Storm. Yes, Premodern is 1995 to 2003. Starts with 4th edition and ends with Scourge.
and I'll cast Swords to Plowshares. I'll go to 22. And then that results.
Faster.
Yes, forever silence for alternate casting.
It's only 2 with the
So I gain what, 6?
You gain 6.
Activating Lavamancer on end step to do 2 damage. A little bit of a kind of a nombo with Barbarian Ring. Barbarian Ring will never reach threshold if we keep removing all the cards with Lavamancer, but I think this plan works. Attacking now for 3 with Jackal Pup and Mog Fanatic. All right, there is the Fairy Conclave. It's decided to join the action. It's blocking Jackal Pup.
Hit 5?
Yeah.
Okay. You got it. I thought I was clever with the swords.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Lava Dart
Yeah.
on Fairy Conclave.
And big one.
No one can tell.
After blocks, though.
Except for me.
I think you want to Lava Dart the Fairy Conclave before blocks. But maybe a mistake was made there.
wish. Sometimes I always forgot to take that.
Yeah, I'm not sure why we went to blocks there. There is a... Is that Dust Bowl? I believe that's Dust Bowl on the bottom left.
That's the game in round 2 against the
Fetter Fool, thanks for the follow. Welcome.
say,
I'll go 2. Yep. 8.
Yep.
Yep.
Did that creature do it on ETB or as a cost? In
combat.
not.
Swinging for 4. Swords to Plowshares on Jackal Pup.
Did you already get me? I didn't get you. 26. And then I'll pass.
There it is. Shrinking Storm. Mog Fanatic pings. And Grim Lavamancer dies. Can't be regenerated.
Yeah.
Look like a really old version of Shrinking Storm as well.
I guess feeling okay, but you had 2 creatures in I don't know how much you have on.
Bolt you. Fire Blast you. And game 1 goes to Burn.
Mana League tournament.
And Burn puts 1 on the bottom as well. Coastal Tower. Jordan ordering food underneath the table. You saw that, everybody? All right, there's Curse Scroll. I think Jordan was on the Pizza Hut app under the table.
Turn 1 curse scroll. Of course, it's freaking turn 1 curse scroll. Faster.
Veteran experience.
19.
Fetching on end step, getting a mountain.
Incinerate you?
End step, incinerate you.
That's fine.
All right, that's fine.
What's in there? Sorry? What's in there?
We've got 5 cards.
At our car waste. Faster.
Looks like a lot of cards in hand for Alex. Curse Scroll, not the best in that. Lightning Bolt getting mana leaked. All right, another Lightning Bolt. That one will resolve.
14? Yep. I'll fetch.
And an end step fetch as well.
Cards hand? 2.
2 cards in hand for Alex.
Looks
Looks like a counterspell is up.
Rundown.
Counterspell is up for Jordan.
That's not a good sign.
Double fetch. End up losing it on there. 15. I'll get
Barbarian Ring comes down.
I'll have to get a blue.
Faster. Scroll you. Okay, name a card. No. Put your cards down. Not enough. Anarchy. It's royal library. It's fine. I can see why you haven't cast it. I'm gonna guess that's a mountain.
Okay, by process of elimination, the other card in hand is a mountain. Very interesting. Anarchy and Mountain were the cards in hand. Curse Scroll whiffed that time. Yeah, jam some spicy emotes for Anarchy.
I'm gonna impulse. Yeah, it's good.
Impulse resolving here. Whoa, almost combined the cards in hand.
Okay.
Drop. On our cards. Scroll you.
Darker Wastes. Here's Curse Scroll activation again.
Not Anarchy.
All right, so Anarchy and Sulfuric Vortex are now the cards in hand.
Oh, wow. He's prepared for the dress.
I don't think the Sulfuric Vortex will resolve if Alex tries to cast it. Anarchy not very useful at the moment.
Vortex, Anarchy, Fire Blast. They always have Fire Blast.
Pass.
Passes the turn. I think Alex now has 3 cards in hand, if I'm not mistaken. End step, bolt you. Okay, this makes sense.
Gain 3 life.
Absorb, gain 3 life.
Cast for Braids to stay out of first scroll range.
So now the curse scroll will be activated.
Anarchy.
Alright, we're naming Anarchy.
Anarchy. Sorry, I was doing the first one, but why don't you do it again? I was going to flip the top one.
Let's him do it again? What? What is going on here? Okay. So that happened.
Yeah.
Looks like a Hydroblast and a Counterspell are in hand for Jordan. Yeah, it seems like for some reason they both agreed the first reveal from Curse Scroll didn't count, but I don't really know why.
1, 2, 3, 4. And then I will maybe incorrect.
Maybe it was accidentally revealed? Yeah, Curse Scroll deals 2 damage. Here's Sulfuric Vortex.
Yes, absorb on my end step. Say one?
No, Alex named a card. I thought I heard him say Anarchy. And then when Vortex was revealed, for some reason they backed up. All right, a Hydroblast on Sulfuric Vortex is happening, so Sulfuric Vortex is countered. He flipped 2 cards on accident? I didn't catch that. But Crowbar seems to think that it was flip 2 cards on accident. All right, Incinerate happening here on main phase, it looks like.
Huh? Yep.
Impulse?
Humility. Okay.
Humility comes down for Jordan. It's decent.
Untap, scroll you, throwing my outfit. Yeah. Draw.
Sorry, 2 damage. I'm at 9.
Yep.
Okay, 2 damage on upkeep. Anarchy was the only card in hand. Anarchy can blow up Humility if it comes down to it. If it resolves. Grim Lavamancer. That's a good one. Barbarian Ring is turned on currently. Prohibit on Grim Lavamancer, though. Jordan is at 9. Impulse.
Okay. You sacrifice it or you sacrifice? Okay. Yeah.
I agree. Rolling a die for effects like Curse Scroll when there are more than one possible card is ideal. All right, Dust Bowl activates, blows up Barbarian Ring.
That's
Combat?
You should really be a sorceress only.
Anarchy revealed to Curse Scroll. Urza's Bauble comes down.
Yeah, look at a random card in your hand, and then draw a card next up to that. Use it.
Last card in hand is Counterspell.
No. I'll pass. Drawing your upkeep.
Draw on your upkeep.
You're good. You're good.
Factor?
Attacking with Mishra's Factory. To try and erase this curse scroll situation, I guess. Holding up counterspell. All right, another Barbarian Ring for Alex.
Turn on Factor Fiction, trigger stance.
Pass.
Mishra's Factory. Dust. Her ways. Wrath of you make it.
It's a factory. You got to attack that? Yep. Declare attack.
Scroll you. Anarchy.
Yep.
Naming Anarchy with Curse Scroll. And the top card is Anarchy, so taking 2 damage is Jordan. Going to untap. Going to draw. There's a Bloodstained Mire. 2 cards in hand for Alex. I believe 3 cards in hand for Jordan. One of them is Counterspell. And Alex knows about it.
Go to your cleaner.
Pass turn.
All right, passing the turn. Thinking about end step now is Alex.
Float 2 Fire Blaster.
Okay.
Float 2 Fire Blast.
Activate scroll.
Play the Mishra's Factory.
1 card in hand, so now activating Curse Scroll, revealing Anarchy. The only card in hand.
I'll take the 2. But before we go to your turn, cycle just for the card.
Bid.
You have 2 mana.
2 mana.
Just cycling a Decree of Justice to draw a card, not paying for soldiers, and Barbarian Ring activated in a response. And that's game. That's game. Alex gets there. There's the Discord server. There's our coffee page, similar to Patreon. Join that. 1 card going on the bottom for Sylvain. And we're ready to go. A Swamp for James. Dark Ritual. Duress. All right, let's take a look at what Sylvain has here. Double Caves of Koilos, Swords of Plowshares, Undead Gladiator, and Braids, it looks like, and a Swamp.
I can play like. Yeah, I'll take this one. Yeah.
All right, Swords of Plowshares thrown away. 2 black mana left floating for James. Dothy's Slayer. Okay.
And I'll pass it to you. Take it. I'm at 16.
We need more Dothys in MTG. Voidwalker is a good one. Breaking into the modern and legacy formats. But we need more, everybody. We need more. Getting in an attack. passing the turn with only one swamp. Both players keeping track of life totals. Very nice. Curse Scroll. Okay. Doesn't have enough mana for that right now. Nor does James have few enough cards in hand.
So if I name a card that I'm not picking, then you don't take any damage. Okay. And I will pass the turn. End step. Colorless. I'm gonna cycle for a swamp. Okay.
All right. Twisted Abomination swamp cycles here on end step. There's a swamp.
How many cards do you have?
And then, so that's instead of my turn, draw.
Okay, no worries. Better killing it, but unfortunately,
Swamp.
All right. Undead Gladiator comes down.
Everyone, when it's in my graveyard, at my upkeep, I can pay this and discard a card, and it comes back to my hand. Okay. And then I can recycle it for the same. Okay. Recycle it and pass.
Wasteland comes down for James.
I'll go to combat. Play endurance. Yeah, so I actually have duress and caves. Okay. Okay. So one card. I'll just take the duress. Yeah.
Duress takes Duress. Braids left in hand for Sylvain. Braids can be cast next turn.
Okay. And 3 cards. Yeah.
3 cards in hand for James.
Thank you. Okay. I'll take it. So now it says 18. I'm gonna duress. Okay.
Duress reveals Funeral Charm, Bottomless Pit, and Hypnotic Spectre. Wow.
Half that one. Discard a card at random. That's awesome. And then go ahead. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. I guess cool. Yeah, then it's your turn. So, which card do you take with the duress? Yes, my bad.
Cards?
1.
Okay, for a moment there, forgot to take a card with Duress. Let's see. Okay, Funeral Charm taken. Bottomless Pit left in hand. Let's see what James draws. Is it a land?
I'll play a swamp.
All right, it's a land. We're in business. Will it be Spectre or Bottomless Pit?
9 for me and 6 for you, right?
Yeah, Bottomless Pit seems like a bigger threat. But
Oh, sorry. You're right. Sorry. 7.
Sylvain already has no cards in hand. As of next turn potentially.
What I did, but it's fine.
I'll pass it to
This
you.
is not BTBs, right?
Not all.
You pick, I guess.
Yeah. It wouldn't stop a cast trigger.
Oh, did you draw?
All right, so Braids gets hit in regardless. So Braids is gone. Probably makes sense to take the bottomless pit there.
No.
Rotlung Reanimator, okay.
I could have animated this.
Next one for 3.
How many cards you got up there? One?
Sorry, one card to say. You mind if I?
Yeah, of course. So when a cleric dies, basically creates a 2/2 zombie.
Okay.
You are
Okay. Got it.
any cleric, even yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
8 for me. All right.
And go ahead.
Due to the bottomless pit trigger.
Yeah.
You not expect her discard it to bottomless pit.
Swing for 2.
Mm-hmm.
No activation of Curse Scroll.
This back there?
One card in hand for James.
Here's 3. I'll activate Curse Scroll.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'll burn myself for 3.
I'll target the. Let me see. Also.
Okay, so activating Curse Scroll now, targeting Rotlung, it looks like, or thinking about it.
Creates token.
Okay. But you can regenerate that.
Yeah, so not regenerate, but if it goes to my graveyard, at my upkeep, I can discard a card to get it back.
Okay.
But I guess with the pet, it's probably not going to be relevant unless, well, I can stack them.
Okay. Well, I think
next turn it won't be relevant because I don't have cards in hand anyways.
Yeah, so I think I'll target that with the Curse Scroll.
Yeah.
And this is the only card I have in hand.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, yeah, that's okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
All right, so Undead Gladiator is destroyed by the Curse Scroll.
Swing for 2.
Yeah.
Alright, so down to 12.
Yeah, but only.
Oh yeah, it's discarded.
Heard you like sweating, dog.
I'll go to combat, swing for 2.
I'm going to pay 1 life.
Okay.
Sword.
Sword it. I assume round of play.
All right, that was a good draw for Sylvain. Source of Plowshares on the Dothy Slayer. And it is exiled, actually.
Play Plague Spitter. So
Plague Spitter comes down for James.
does 1 damage to each player and each creature, and if it dies, it also does 1 more damage.
Okay, to everyone there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And pass the turn.
So it's only your.
Yeah, what happened to the Cabal Pit? It got discarded? Kind of forgot about it. It was activated during main phase, the Curse Scroll, revealed Cabal Pit, then didn't play it, then discarded it. Yeah, that seems incorrect. It should have been cast. It should have been played.
The Undead Gladiator, it has to be at
There was no other land drop that turn, right?
Channeling genre.
Couldn't have been.
which doesn't really matter right now. But
Or a cycle free justice to response.
yes, that's like.
Oh, okay, thank you. Oops. Good to go. Oh, sorry, the image went away.
All right, players looking up Oracle text here.
Because it says, this is so fucking weird with French versions. It does say that keep on. That's so fucked up. What happened? Well, Okay, you see, in French it says your turn, which is
Oh yeah, no, upkeep
that's
only.
like that's fucked up. Anyways, it's so weird. Okay, so it's upkeep.
Yeah, I think it says
So
during.
that's
I think it said during your upkeep. Yeah, activate only during your upkeep. Yeah.
yeah, but the French version doesn't agree with that. So weird. Anyways, do you have a 2-2?
Okay, apparently the French Undead Gladiator has the wrong text, which led to a confusing moment there, but Rotling Reanimator attacking.
Go on.
Very nice Ice Age Swamp. Plague Spitter gets in some damage.
Yeah.
Do you have any cards in here? Swing for 2.
Yeah.
And I'll activate Curse Roll. I'll target you and just have a swamp in hand.
Yeah.
And I'll pass the turn.
Okay, so did the swamp get played now?
What do you have in your graveyard? So you have 2 creatures, right?
In my graveyard?
Yeah.
1. Yeah, I have 2.
Oath of War.
Okay.
So each player's upkeep, whoever has more creatures, well, if you have more creatures than me, at your upkeep you can get one back from his graveyard, and like vice versa.
Okay.
It's strictly greater.
Okay. And you have 3?
I have 3.
Okay.
Nice.
Alright. I have nothing to discard.
All right, Oath of Ghouls. On the table.
No.
That would be
Oh, sorry. We each take 1 from the spitter.
You are 10?
Yeah.
That's how it always goes. I like the fireball.
I'll play it not expected.
All right, not expected comes down.
I'll play a swamp. And I'll pass the turn.
So I'm gonna stack. So he's at the bottom, then bottomless and put on top. So
Okay.
I don't discard, and then I get back.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think no matter what, the bottomless pit will resolve first because it's the non-active player's ability. I don't know. I'm not even sure if that's what they were talking about.
5.
I play the Twisted Abomination. So
Okay.
5/3 regenerates for 1 deck.
Okay.
And
one will fetch and play.
am I even dead?
Control practical property.
I'm dead, right?
I think so. Because Plague Spitter will do 1.
Yeah.
Should be down to 4. And if I attack with this and hit you with the curse scroll, it'll be.
Yeah, I think I'm dead. Because even if I attack, like, it doesn't matter, right? Yeah. Alright.
Good game.
Yeah.
All right, game 1 goes to James, who's now up a game in the Mono Black Championship.
I guess that's 3. Yeah, I'll keep that.
I'll keep as well.
All right, seems like both players are keeping 7. Swamp Pass. There's a swamp for James.
Or if you draw a ringleader, or if you draw.
I'll play the rest.
Yeah.
Duress. Oath of Ghouls, Braids, Swords to Plowshares, Vindicate, Rotling Reanimator, and Swamp. Well, Swords, Vindicate, and Oath of Ghouls are the options. Oath of Ghouls, keep card in the deck. Source of Plowshares and Vindicate, of course, are quite annoying. I guess if you're James, you're thinking about... I mean, we can't really see what's in James's hand, but I guess you're thinking about Vindicate or Oath of Ghouls the most. Maybe Oath of Ghouls is the pick. Well, it's going to be Source of Plowshares, so I was wrong. Source of Plowshares is taken there. It really depends what James's game plan is and what's in hand. I'm not familiar enough with these two decks. I think we're going to see Oath of Ghouls here. Yep, there it is. Passing the turn.
I'll put it in.
Play Dark Ritual. And I'll play
Dark Ritual into Hypnotic Spectre. Okay. That's a good one.
Can't do anything, but I don't say guys. Target mana comes on creature. Okay, good to know. Yep, small blows.
Cape of Corridors.
All the cards.
Is that
Vindicate on Hypnotic Spectre.
Okay, that's fine. So maybe get the back turn my up.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. Well, sorry.
I think there should have been a life pay there for the Vindicate, right?
Yeah.
Is Mishra's Factory.
But they have some like broken cards
No, I'll play a Mishra's. No, I'll play a Yeah.
All right, another Hypnotic Spectre resolves. Passing the turn. Braids Cabal Minion comes in.
Any player has this.
Okay.
Keep trigger.
Yeah. Okay. So a few triggers. I'll sacrifice
All right. Hypnotic Spectre gets sacrificed on upkeep.
Play Ghost of Tower.
You got a 9 to do that?
I'm at 9, you're at 20.
Why am I still at 22?
Sure. That makes sense. I may not.
All right, Plague Splitter comes down. Passing the turn. Braids trigger now for Sylvain, sacrificing a swamp.
These two, right? No, it's your turn.
Yeah, just my upkeep.
Draw.
So what I did was like, all right, we started at 8,
Yeah, he comes swamp.
Rutlung Reanimator, interesting here. That's going to come down. Wonder if the last card in hand for Sylvain is a Swords. All right, Plague Splitter triggered.
Oh yeah. I'll sacrifice.
And actually, this comes back to you as well.
Okay, so this goes into my hand.
Yeah.
For Braids, I'll sacrifice Plague Spitter, so it does 1 more damage to every player and creature. So everything that's 2/2 dies.
Oh, because it's the same turn.
Yeah, because it's the same turn.
That's right, that's pretty strong.
Yeah.
So that's going to create a zombie.
Okay.
All right, so Plague Splitter able to blow up both Braids and Rutlung Reanimator, and it looks like Sylvain will get a zombie. And Hypnotic Spectre went back to hand for James because of the Oath of Ghouls.
I'll play.
Quite a weird game so far.
Oh yeah.
No zombie tokens, Richard and Pizza, if you can believe it.
Play Dothy Slayer.
Dothy Slayer comes down.
Thank you all for coming. Hey, thank you. Yeah, thanks again for better than I did.
All right, people saying bye to each other. There's Dothy Slayer again. Zombie token can't block that.
I'll just play this and pass it.
So how many creatures?
Unless they draw.
Just one. Yeah.
Sylvain should actually be at 17, but I think the life totals got mixed up somewhere. Looks like Braids is getting returned to hand now for Sylvain.
Survival.
You have an
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it again. So Braids figure
I'll sacrifice this one.
yeah.
Why are all Sylvain's lands untapped? I'm not understanding. Braids was cast, right?
I think you're in.
I'll go to combat, swing for 2.
Still something.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a mathematician, but I think it's change the life total.
I changed yours. I paid for 2.
Right. Okay.
I'm at 8. You're at 17. Just 8 life.
Dude.
Oath of Ghouls returns to hand. Okay, here's Curse Scroll.
And then play versus Vector. And pass turn.
Pass the turn.
So then that means I lost.
Okay, so
It is really better this way, not knowing that you can.
Going to upkeep now for Braids. It looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to play.
It also has under the district hand all game, so I need to color mana. It's gonna play them.
That one.
We're gonna have a
So I
topping
put
draft. You guys are done.
both of Ghouls at the bottom and Braids on top.
Okay.
This is the World Championship.
Sacrifice Braids.
Okay.
Jeff's guy.
You
have one more. Oh yeah, we do that.
Okay, sacrificing Braids to itself, and then looks like thinking about returning Braids to his hand now, Sylvain, and upkeep.
You guys take some pictures of the prizes.
Yes. Yeah.
Alright.
You can just film the draft.
Braids.
Braids comes back.
I guess it pass.
Sacrifice the Braids. I'll sacrifice Curse Scroll.
First Scroll gets sacrificed to Braids.
I'll pump it and make this work.
That's one way to beat Curse Scroll. You've seen Curse Scroll put in some work on today's live stream.
Combat, swing for 2.
Taking 2 with the Slayer. Vicious Factory is available. Tapping 3. Hypnotic Spectre.
Who would break that apart? No, you gotta bring that to the next one and play it.
Yeah, that's the thing. You take the deck, you have to play it.
Upkeep now for Sylvain. Let's see what happens.
But if the meetup would allow it. I mean, if they
We would allow. We would allow. It would be a special.
this deck
Same thing, so
It has a horrible name.
It's literally a fine layer.
Looks like doing the same thing, putting Braids in the graveyard, then putting it back in hand. Sacrificing it to itself, then Oath of Ghouls putting it back in hand.
Got it.
Tapping for Mutilate. Interesting. -3/-3 to all creatures. 3 swamps.
Okay.
The Force of Will has.
So these both die.
Should I attack first?
There's 11 cards that pitch the Force of Will.
I'm not sure what to decide against it, so I just got some survival.
Okay.
I mean, I guess Thawing Gracious is a hell of a card. I mean, it still is a hell of a card.
Okay.
I'm gonna get back one.
So I can choose.
Yeah, you can choose which one.
All right, so on James's upkeep now, they get to return a creature with Oath of Ghouls. This is such a weird game. I don't even know who's winning, to be honest. Does anybody know? Daughty Slayer got returned to hand.
The other guy's like,
20, right?
You see so many cards.
Slayer comes back down.
Play the rack.
The rack.
So reminds me, if I use, if
So
I
if you
have
have less than 3 cards in hand,
As the elf player,
you'll
how do you
take
feel
one for
when
each.
the control player swords your elf on the field? Like, I know you're supposed to be a hold the bird, but I don't know if against all matchup it's supposed to be.
I think so because I'm trying to, you know,
non-zero
what's happening with 3 mana?
zero?
Yeah, if you have 3 more, you don't lose any cards. Well, any life, sorry.
You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Survival and activate.
Yeah. Yeah, my sword doesn't stop that. Like,
I mean,
it'll stop
I have
priest
to
defending
prevent
or
you
something.
from getting a creature from your graveyard.
even
So
turn
I'm gonna swamp cycle.
Okay.
Sorry?
Or even turn 2 playing a Smart Studio protect them.
typically like Chronicle Sorcerer.
What I could
Yeah.
then I just play a small
We're all that out.
Yeah,
With your
it's like-
bring in.
Naturalizes for the, I guess, mostly for utility, but you know, whatever. It's factories too, I guess.
Yeah.
First
Oh,
one,
weird.
this guy.
Yeah.
Duress goes on the stack. Plague Splitter, the Rack, Hypnotic Spectre, Funeral Charm.
The only artifacts I run are
Choosing the Rack.
Some Standstill list play Powder Keg.
That's true, yeah. I did not run Powder Keg. That would be good against this.
So just
And then,
hedging just in case.
yeah, I'm gonna pass the turn.
So yeah, that's why I wasn't sure if I should. I probably should have run this.
All right, going to untap now is James.
For the wires, then that also ends up getting the null rod and actually a win or.
Yeah, so like, I don't know.
I'll go to combat. For 2.
I thought maybe I wanted to keep this in case we got in a situation where
That's like, my
Looks like a good catch by the letter H in the chat.
I know I didn't put that.
When you're on display,
And then
Here's Duress. Oath of Ghouls is the only target. Twisted Abomination and Braids are the only other cards in hand. Swamp Cycle on end step. Could you respond there with Funeral Charm and make them discard Braids? I guess you can. Is that worth it? I don't know.
Actually, sorry.
I actually haven't played
Because that's a trigger that we can.
Yeah.
So I put it at the bottom and then this on top. So I can get back I have 3 creatures now.
Okay.
Okay. They're putting the Rack on the bottom of the stack underneath Oath of Ghouls so that Sylvain takes no damage. I don't think you could do that. Active player, non-active player triggers. The Rack would resolve first no matter what. I think. Here's Withered Wretch.
Okay.
That'll give the Oath of Ghouls advantage to Sylvain. Here's Braids.
That's just for me, right?
Yeah.
a swamp. I'll go to combat and swing for 2.
Yeah.
Tap 3.
Yeah.
All right, Hypnotic Spectre comes down. Now they're pointing out Braids. Sorry,
I will pass the turn.
Untap. So there's no more direct. So. And you have 2.
Yeah, just 2 creatures.
And you have a Mishra Factory. And I have.
Facing down Hypnotic Spectre and Dauthi Slayer at 10 life, plus a Mishra's Factory, I guess. Sylvain trying to figure out what to do on upkeep here, it seems, with Braids and Oath of Ghouls stuff happening. And laughing in the background about it.
Sorry, was that? Was that Cocktail? I think I will.
I think so.
I don't think I can.
I hope that
So I need to.
I do.
I have 4 Korean weather wafers for trade.
Sorry.
No problem.
Actually,
Long think here about the Braids trigger.
And I was like, oh, I wonder if he's worth anything. I'm like, oh, I got like 2 things. But then I found 3 more. I'm like, well, somebody's got at least 1. He just didn't play those songs.
you make, yeah. You give me 2 damage per turn.
Let it strand first. I'm eventually going to cast this, but you get to restore the discipline.
Wow, really taking a minute for this.
Crops, diamonds, and diamonds.
Yeah, this all covered island is touching.
So, it's like braids to braids.
Okay.
And then Oath of Ghoul.
Sure.
Sacking Braids to Braids, Oath of Ghouls putting what in hand? Braids, okay.
I'm gonna remove with this guy 2 creatures. Okay.
Yeah, maybe they are new to the format. What's up, FP? Braids coming down here. Braids is back.
It's a swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you gotta play like in days. You have to play guys in days. Just like, I need a diamond. I have to play guys in days.
Go to combat.
You have to do all that.
Yeah.
You have to diamond. You have to sources.
Play.
This deck is like
Covered island.
Play
so awkward.
Yeah.
I'm like out here. I'm like, I'm itching for diamond.
Go pass the turn.
Like, I need to like 10 looks at Diamond City for us to play my threats. This is really just long up time in this format. Yeah.
Don't know how I can even race you because you're 4 turns. Yeah, it's really tough. I think I'm dead.
Elves does not care about my time. Cares about all the fun stuff.
Elves cares very much about Murktide.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with Hypnotic Spectre.
Elves versus Delver. Favored?
I would say
Sacrifice.
some would argue that Elves is slightly favored, but I
Actually,
think for most players,
sacrifice Victory.
playing both decks, I would favor more Delver.
Get back this guy.
Even with endurance and everything?
Yeah, I mean, if the Delver player attacks the Elves player's
I
mana,
think
Yeah, basically. Let me see.
mean, I'll play a Twisted Abomination.
Okay.
But I don't think it's going to be enough. Go ahead.
Alright.
That's sacrifice, but
Yeah. Sacrifice a swamp.
yeah.
Turn. Swing forward, and then I'll use my Funeral Charm on.
Oh yeah. There you go. Wow, 2-0. Yeah,
Good games.
Yeah, good games.
All right, good games. James gets their Funeral Charm on the Shadow Creature to finish off Sylvain.